Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Kickoff. This is a show where we discuss our shared passion, football. We normally discuss Norwich City, Juventus, and Manchester United. Our third co-host, could not be available today. He had a bit of complications with his operation, but hopefully he'll be back next week. So, to kick off the show, Mitchell, how did Norwich do?
We won.
Hey!
I know, that's what I was like. Yeah, it came with a 5-minute goal scored by Nelson Oliveira, but that I thought was already going in by a closer.
Okay.
You know, I'm so happy he's back.
Yeah.
Our back line's so much better with him.
Yeah.
He's like, he controls the back line, so...
Yeah, you've been saying that for the last 3 episodes, so...
Yeah. And then he comes back and it's a clean sheet and we get the win.
Yeah, well, it looks like he made the difference, you know?
Yeah.
And actually, incidentally, when Nelson scored, I said he's the only man that looks like he's going to score for you guys.
Yeah. Him and Murphy. Murphy really...
He's got some speed on him.
And he's got some good footwork too. It's just every time he crossed the ball in there was no one there in the centre to put it in.
Okay.
And if we had someone in there, we probably would have scored like 4 or 5 goals because we had their defence like buggered pretty much.
Yeah, it looks like his centering was a lot better than Valencia's one. Jeez, that guy. He drives me crazy sometimes. I call him the nothing man. Even though he's the captain of Manchester United at the moment, I don't know why he's the captain, but he just fails attempts at crosses. That's all he does for us. But anyway, back to Norwich.
It's all good. I did it to you the first episode, so it's all good. So possession wise, we didn't have as much possession as what we usually do, which was good because they were actually getting the ball up the field, like chipping it over the top, getting the ball out of there instead of doing all this fancy build-up play. Like there still was some, but they were more concentrated on getting the ball up the field, getting in behind. And you guys broke the line a few times. Which is good. And how did your manager feel about it? He was pretty happy about the win. I'm not going to say his name because they think I'm swearing whenever I do.
We just found that out from Google AdWords, so yeah.
Yeah, so...
Mr. F.
Yeah, Coach F.
Coach F.
Yeah, no, he was happy about it. He was happy that we kept a clean sheet and happy with the defence. So.
Well, yeah, after the last couple of poor performances, I'm glad that he's recognising, the team's input and, not defensive style, more like their grit and determination to keep them out, which is good. That's what you need.
Yeah, so we've got Burton Albion coming up, tomorrow morning as we're doing the show.
Yeah, as we're recording. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And then we've got Sheffield United on Sunday. So
okay.
So I think we're going to do pretty well against both teams. We should do, even though Sheffield United are in the top 6 at the moment.
Yeah.
But the goal difference isn't that impressive. So
I think with the way you guys play as an attacking team, all you need to do is put away your chances and you're right up there. Yeah. I haven't seen a team play better than you guys. You dominate possession most of the games.
Yeah. It's just that they don't put away their chances, and for the past few games the defence just hasn't been there. So, but there was a good little speculative attempt by Nelson Oliveira where he tried to get about 35 yards out over the keeper. It was close. I was pretty impressed. So.
Yeah, no, that was a good shot. He looks like the only one that can score at the moment. Yeah. He's definitely your most technically gifted player. Yeah. So it should be interesting to see the following matchups.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to see them. But that's my report for Norwich this week.
Excellent. So with Carvin being absent, we have to obviously talk about Juventus a little bit on his behalf. Now, Juventus, we watched the highlights of the game, though incidentally it was playing when you got here to the grand recording studio that we have here. So my dad was watching it on the couch, and it looked like an interesting game. There's a saying in Spanish when a game is trabado, which means it's like kind of stuck in a gear. Yeah. Like it's like trying to force itself for something to happen, right? Yeah. And that's what I felt like I was watching when Juventus was playing. But you know what? You take the Argentina shirt off Higuain and Dybala, and oh my God, they start scoring goals.
It was a pretty pretty entertaining game though. Both teams had chances.
Yeah, I was actually surprised at how many chances Kievo got on them.
Yeah, they just didn't put them away. Mm-hmm. They were playing pretty well, but ultimately Juve won 3-0.
3-0. Yep.
So it was from what we saw. Juve were playing pretty good, but.
Kievo surprised me. I thought they were going to be quite ridiculously overpowered and outgunned by Juventus, but they held their own. Even though the scoreline doesn't reflect it, just the way the match was going, I think they held their own. They should hold their heads up high because I think it was a good performance. Sometimes you get beaten by the better team.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no shame in admitting that, hey, these guys are multi-million soccer players for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Juve play Barca tomorrow morning, I believe.
They do. They play Barcelona. That should be a very interesting match because they beat them in the Champions League last year to knock them out. Yeah, it should be. I mean, even though it's only group stages, but that's a clash of clash of the
Titans. Yeah. Then they play Sassuolo in the
City A
League.
Yeah. So it should be interesting. Carwin has given us his predictions, so we will obviously, again, the format of the show, predictions are at the end, along with a tally, and of us looking a bit smug. So that's coming up. So Manchester United.
Yep.
Look, I can't say I'm disappointed. It was a very hard fought match. We dominated possession 63% to 37% throughout the match. So we definitely dominated them, but they had their own chances. It was we haven't beaten Stoke City in 5 matches, I believe. Ever since Alex Ferguson retired, we haven't gone to Stoke to win. It's always been draws.
Yeah, so Stoke away has always been.
Stoke away is a hard fixture. I got a little bit cocky, obviously, I'm going to admit, and I thought maybe we'll thrash them.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't know the quality of players that they had acquired during the transfer season. I wasn't aware of it, and my prediction would have been different. But you know what? Good on them. They drew us 2-2.
I was close. I predicted 2-1.
You were very close to getting that. So I can't say I'm disappointed with the team's performance. Yes, we should be winning these games, as Matic came out and said to his teammates and publicly. To win the championship, you have to win. You have to beat teams like Stoke, and I agree with him 100%. But I can't fault. It's the first hurdle. We've been playing brilliantly. International break just came. We just came out of international break. Everybody's a bit sluggish.
Yeah.
It was one of the most disappointing international breaks, in a very long time for every single team that was involved in it. Not just the South American qualifiers, which were horrendous. Well, for Argentina anyway.
Yeah.
And Chile. Oh my God, it was horrendous for Chile as well.
And in Australia.
God, man, that was hard to watch.
Yeah, even though they won 1-0, they
1-0, 2-0, 2-1.
2-1. Because it was Japan that lost 1-0 to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, and we needed them to lose by 2 goals.
You needed Saudi Arabia to lose by 2 goals.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually, you just needed them to lose.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. Yeah, but just terrible results all around.
Yeah.
But with Manchester United, I nearly said City again. with Manchester United, we play Basel, which is a respectable team. But considering the caliber of players we've acquired over the last couple of years, I don't see how we're going to lose against them.
Yeah.
And after that, in the league, we are versing Everton, which is a much tougher opposition. We took Lukaku from them, so I'm hoping Lukaku wants to make a point, scores maybe a hat-trick.
Jesus, you're getting... it's Stoke all over again.
It's Stoke all over. Hold me back, baby. No, but it should be interesting to watch, to see. I think, again, we have the roster to do it. Everton is a fantastic team. I don't want to, put them down. I do respect Everton. And we're playing against Rooney. So Rooney wants to make a point as well.
He might get a hat-trick.
He might get a hat-trick. Nah, he hasn't gotten a hat-trick in many, many years.
But that's the thing. He'll probably come to Man United and do it.
I do hope that the fans receive him, with open arms. He's the highest top goal scorer of the club in history. So I think they should.
He deserves their respect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think it should be an entertaining match and quite eventful. It's definitely there's going to be yellow cards for sure. There might be a red card, especially if we defend as atrociously as we did against Stoke. That Jones and Bailey, man, oh my god.
Well, that's just quickly going back to Norwich. That's what happened in that game. They were attacking us like they were attacking the legs. There was one that they came in with like studs up. Only got a yellow card, and I was just like, what the? They were trying to like hack us down, but yeah.
It tends to happen when you have a team that's technically better than the other one.
Yeah.
That's what, yeah.
But, yeah, no, sorry. I just didn't know whether you were finished with me.
Just a long pause there, just to, keep the suspense alive. But incidentally, let's go into the topic of the show, which is Crystal Palace sacking the coach only after 3 games. Yeah. Frank de Boer, which is a legend of the game.
Yeah.
He has, I believe he did quite well in Holland. I can't remember. I think he might have been the manager of Ajax. I'm sorry, I should have researched this. Yeah. Let me know if I'm wrong. But he was quite successful, and it's quite...
I think it's a pretty ridiculous move from them. It's only 3 games.
It's only 3 games, and it's not like they were winning last season anyway.
Yeah. And I know the results weren't there, but they weren't being like thrashed, if you know what I mean. I don't understand their thinking. Like, who have they got lined up instead?
Do you think that the Premier League has become such an enterprise and multi-billion-dollar business that now there's no room for error? Like, I think it's just become ruthless. I mean, they sacked Ranieri.
They sacked him near the end of the season.
Well, halfway. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, there was only a couple of games left, and they managed to stay up. And yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, it's 3 games in. Come on, give him a bit of a chance. Like,
that's what I think too. And besides, you're Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Like, no offense to the Crystal Palace fans out there, but you're not the hot flash. Like, you have a pretty good coach in my eyes. The results haven't been there, but last season you were atrocious as well. So nothing really much has changed. Maybe after 5 matches, then you go, you know what, maybe it's time
if it's a
to
perform.
Yeah. But the team, I from what I've seen from highlights and stuff, they weren't playing bad.
Yeah, they just weren't getting the results.
Yeah. Sort of like you guys. You weren't playing bad. Your defense was bad, but
the defense was
bad. Attacking wise, they weren't bad. They just couldn't score the goal.
Yeah.
I know that's like the anti-definition, if that's a word, of playing well, but you know what I mean. Like, on the pitch, they looked alright. It's just sometimes in football you get a bit unlucky and you can't score. Manchester United 14 bloody draws last season. We just couldn't score the goals to win it.
Yeah, it was like Aston Villa last season. They kept on drawing and they started off again with lots of draws. So
yeah,
I don't know how they're going to go this season. But
what do you think about? Sorry, did you have anything else to say?
No, I was just going to say I just don't think they really should have sacked that coach.
No, I think it's ridiculous. You're not. Again, the team isn't as big to do that 3 matches in. Yeah. Maybe at Chelsea, a Manchester United, Manchester City, things like that. Yeah, I understand, because you're very results driven. You spend more than you earn, so you need the results. You need the money.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, quite interesting with that. Just a little bit of a curveball thrown at you. You know who Arturo Vidal is, right?
Vidal, yeah.
Yeah, from the Chilean team.
Yeah.
So he's announced his retirement if Chile get to the World Cup. Like, after Russia, he's announced he wants to retire, because obviously, as I mentioned before, the Chilean team had an atrocious round of qualifying. Argentina at least got 2 draws, so we got 2 points out of it. Chile lost both games.
Yeah.
So they went into 6th place. We're stuck in 5th, and there's another team that jumped up that I can't remember right now. Anyhow, we're still in 5th. Argentina. That's what sort of matters to me. I still don't think we're going to qualify. We have 2 matches left.
Yeah.
It's a crazy group, but geez,
anything can happen. But maybe he should go into coaching. Maybe.
I think that the fans were a bit too harsh on him. He did miss a chance that was quite open, But the guy's a warrior for that,
Yeah.
for Chile, man.
Yeah.
Like, he never gives up, and he would give his life for that shirt, which is something that the Argentinian players lack.
Yeah.
I was watching a couple of professional commentators from Argentina, in Spanish, obviously, and they were ripping into the Argentinian team that I haven't witnessed that sort of ripping in years.
Yeah.
And there were it's just the general census of people are just
anger.
frustrated because when the Argentinian players lose or draw, it looks like they don't feel the loss.
Yeah.
Which is something that, as much as you might argue from Maradona being an idiot in person, which, I agree, he's not the brightest of people. He's not very smart. Well, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And I don't want to destroy his character. He's done that by himself. But what I'm saying is, on the pitch, he was a passionate player for Argentina, for Napoli, for Boca Juniors, like for everything, every team that he played. He was always very passionate.
He went out there to win.
Yeah, and this is what I like. I've always liked about Cristiano Ronaldo. Even though, Manchester United, we developed him into arguably the player he is now. Obviously, he developed more in Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But, the foundation was at Manchester United. We got him to be the champion that he is. You can tell me he's arrogant. You can tell me he thinks much of himself. But the guy doesn't want to lose.
Yeah.
And when he loses, he gets frustrated. He gets angry. And when they lost the Confederations Cup, he was crying.
Yeah. So, that's one good thing about him. He actually wants...
He wants that type of... It's like the Uruguayan national team in South America, man.
Yeah.
They're not the most technically gifted players. Yes, they have obviously good players, but they're not amazing. They're not like half of the team of Brazil or something like that.
Yeah.
But they have grit, determination. They never give up, and this is something that the Argentinian national team has been lacking for many years now. I was going to say decades, but that would be a disrespect to the players like Batistuta, Ayala, and Sorin and things like that, and Riquelme and so that would be disrespectful for me. But the last couple of years, man, I'm like, you guys don't. It looks like you don't feeling it anymore.
Yeah, they just don't want to be.
It's like, we drew, whatever, we'll have next game. No, that's not. You have no.
Well, especially for the World Cup, you don't want to be like that just for the World Cup.
God, you might as well not show up. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that's enough about Argentina and World Cup qualifiers. Don't get me started.
Okay, so what are your predictions for this week?
My predictions. So who's playing?
So there's Man U versus Basel. And then Man U versus Everton.
Okay.
So what are your predictions for Man U first up?
So I think we're going to beat Basel 2-1.
Yep.
I think they are, as I said, a respectable team. They're not going to be blown away by the occasion. They're a championship winning team. But I think with a level of players that we have, the money that we spent, we should be winning that game. 2-1. And Everton, 2-1 Manchester United. And Manchester United against Everton, I believe we're going to beat them 2-0. Yeah. Not the hat trick from Lukaku, unfortunately, but because they're a tough opposition, man.
Yeah.
But they're coming to Old Trafford. This is the theatre of dreams. We need to
win.
Shut shop and go right. You've come to our ground. We need to regain that consistency that we had with Alex Ferguson. Juventus versus Barcelona. I believe Juventus is going to beat Barcelona 2-0. In part because I hate Barcelona. Juventus versus Sassuolo. I believe it's going to be a tough match just because of the Barcelona matches. It's going to drain the energy of a couple of players. They're not going to be at full strength. 2-1. Come on, Sassuolo, score that goal. I need those 3 points. Then Norwich versus
Albion.
Yep. Where you guys should win 2-0. Yep. I'm finally gonna go for you guys. I hope you do win. And against Sheffield United, Norwich against Sheffield United, 2-0 again. I thought it was Sheffield Wednesday that we were playing, and I predicted that you might draw with them. But United, you should be beating them.
Well, I'm hoping so. So my predictions versus Man U versus Basel
Yep.
is 3-1 to Man United.
Uh-huh.
And then Man United versus Everton, I'm predicting 3-0. That's
Well,
the Lukaku
The
hat-trick.
Hey.
I just think you guys should win it. Everton haven't been playing that well lately. So
No, they've been here and there.
they've been lacking a little bit. But
Yeah.
Juventus versus Barca,
Mhm.
I'm actually thinking that might be a 2-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They do have an excellent attacking force.
Yeah. So I think that they might
Mm-hmm.
get that goal. And then Juventus versus Sassuolo, I'm actually thinking it might be a 3-1.
Oh wow! So you think they're going to come back from the Barcelona game and be all pumped up and like destroy Sassuolo?
Yeah, but
Okay.
but they won't go a clean sheet.
No, I don't think so. Oh yeah.
Well, you did.
What happened to Buffon?
Yeah, I don't know. We were watching it there earlier, and I don't know what happened. Like, he wasn't on the pitch. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I should have. Probably should have researched that.
Carvin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's your fault.
That's your fault, Carvin. Where were you to like answer these hot topics?
And Norwich versus Albion,
Yeah.
I'm predicting a 3-0.
Oh.
They just lost 5-0 against Leeds,
Mhm.
so I'm thinking that we could probably do.
That's right. You got Leeds too. Damn, that's going to be a good game.
And-
That's a team with history.
Yeah, no, they're a pretty good team as well. They've been going pretty well this season.
Mhm.
And then Norwich versus Sheffield United,
Yep.
I'm predicting a 2-1.
2-1. Okay,
Yeah.
so win for Norwich as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So with Carvin, that send us his predictions,
Yeah.
just like you can on the comments below. So the K-Man, Manchester United versus Basel, 2-1. Manchester United versus Everton, 2-0. Juventus versus Barca, 2-1. Juventus versus Sassuolo, 3-0. Hot take, that one.
Hot to
Then-
try.
then Norwich against Albion. He's gone 3-1 for Norwich. So he's
It's the
he's
first
come
time
around.
he's done it. Yeah, the first
He's
time.
come around, he's gone into the boat, but then he shuts it down with Sheffield United beating them 2-0. Beating Norwich, that is.
Yeah.
So we're just going to lock those predictions in.
Yep. That's how it's going to be.
So
I'm going to come out on top this week.
I think so. So, how did we go last week in our predictions? Do you know?
I can't remember.
Okay. I'm glad I wrote these down.
Yeah, me too.
So, Juventus. So, Mitchell's predictions, let's go with that. Mitchell's predicted that Juventus was going to beat Chievo 3-2. The correct score was 3-0.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets 2 points for the win. He predicted that Norwich City was going to beat Birmingham 3-1. So it was close. Well, not really.
I'm glad that we kept the clean sheet though.
Yeah, so he gets 2 points for that win. And Manchester United, you said that Manchester United was going to win 2-1. You get no points for that one because they drew. So
But I was close.
you get 4 points.
Yay,
This
4
round.
points.
Now, I predicted in the Juventus game 3-0. So I got the score right, so that means I get 3 points. I predicted that Norwich was going to lose, so I get no points for that one. And
What did you predict on them?
they were going to lose 2-0. And and then Manchester against Stoke. I thought we were going to beat them 3-1. I had the faith in the Church of Lukaku, but that didn't quite pan out. So I got 3 points. Carvin, Juventus. Again, in the Juventus game, he predicted 3-0. So he gets 3 points for that one. But then he got the other two wrong. So he predicted against Norwich 3-1 and towards Manchester United 3-0, but we drew.
So I'm the winner this week.
You're the winner this week. So you're just trailing, I think, 1 point behind me.
Nice.
I think. My math again is not very good.
Oh well.
Oh, well, editing. That fixes that. Or calculators, one of the two.
But yeah, no, that was
So-
pretty interesting results.
A hard fought round.
Yep.
And so with that in mind, guys, if you've liked any of our content today, please like, share and subscribe.
If you've got any comments or just any suggestions or your predictions, put them in the comments box below.
And you can always find us on askuscc@gmail.com. And until next week, guys, have a fantastic night.
See you later.